at my wedding, all the old people gave the exact same advice. Like all the old couples that have been together for like 40, 50, 60 years, they all give the exact same advice, which is like, put the friendship first.
What's that mean?
Basically, they all said, you're married now. There's going to be good years. There's going to be bad years. There's going to be romantic times. There's going to be non-romantic times. There's going to be difficult points in your life. There's going to be really great points in your life. Like, put the friendship first, because that's going to carry you through everything. Everything else is going to come and go. You'll have patience at different times.
Yep.
But if you're not friends, you're not going to have the patience to wait.
Okay, so see, that's where it's like different levels of relationships. And the problem that I see that a lot of guys have is that they don't look far ahead in the relationship.
They're trying to focus on just the right now.
Right now, so let me tell you the different levels. So the first level sometimes is just, well, to be attractive enough to have somebody consider you. So just getting the girl and having sex with the girl. So let's just start with that as the first level. After you have sex with her for a while, then you're going to be like, oh, well, does she help me in life? Does she aid me?
Is my life better with her?
So sometimes you can get the girl, she's good looking, but she's useless.
Yeah, or she makes things more difficult.
Right. Like sometimes good looking guys, they don't care about usually how good looking the girl is. They're more because they get so much of it. They're like, I get plenty of pretty girls. So now they're on the second level or a next level of they're saying, I just don't want, like, pretty is not enough. I want a girl that treats me well. Now, I've seen some guys that are with some girls that are not so good looking just because they know how to treat the guy. So they have more game. The girls have more game because the girl's game is to keep the guy. That's her relationship. Staying in the relationship is her job, and they know how to keep the guy. So they treat the guy well. Now, another level after that one, let's say you get a decent, attractive girl or an attractive girl and she treats you well. The next one is you have to enjoy them as a person. That's what he's talking about, the friendship. Because after all that is done, you're going to have to be with the person. So might as well pick somebody that have those things and you enjoy
their company.
So it's the company of being in a good relationship with them that you actually enjoy being with them. A lot of people don't. They're attractive, they treat them well.
But they can't stand to hang out with each other.
They don't hang out with each other. They just rather be on the screen.
Well, it's like if you think about it, if you look at friendships, what do? Like, friendships are the ones where you go and you hang out together, and sometimes you don't do anything. You can just talk for hours. You know, shoot the shit or whatever. You have time that you truly, genuinely enjoy their company.
You enjoy their company, and naturally you put the phone down to actually converse. And you do it by force, not somebody saying, hey, put your phone down, listen to me.
Okay, pay attention.
Yeah. You don't have to be told. You just do it naturally because...
You genuinely are interested.
Exactly. Now, there's not that many girls that are like that. A lot of them are boring. It's sometimes the prettier, the more boring because she doesn't have any character.
Right. She didn't have to develop it. And by the time she realizes it, if she realizes it, sometimes it's too late.
That's why some of the really pretty girls don't develop character because they didn't have to because they get whatever they want just on their looks. And when they get older and their looks don't pull or they don't get as much, that's why they say an old woman is like a young kid.
Yeah.
They're useless unless they do something. Put them to work or something. Even then, they don't have enough experience.
Right.
So the thing is that's what he's talking about is the end game is actually enjoying somebody's company. Because some guys, that's why I have to say that you have to play, replace, and upgrade. Because sometimes you're going to get the girls that are attractive and you're like, wow, until you have climbed that mountain of looks, you're like, you know what, looks isn't enough. Okay, the next mountain, I want somebody that looks good and treats me right. And then, oh, well, I got somebody that looks decent, good enough, and treats me right. But you know what? I don't like hanging out with them. I don't like them as a person. They do everything else, but it's not enough. And then that's the next level. And that's what he's talking about, that the marriages is that these old couples doesn't mean that they're successful. They just basically been putting up with each other's shit. Now the reality has surfaced.
Right. Because some of those relationships, maybe it is true. Maybe they are true friends. But you also know that the ones that maybe don't like each other are saying the same thing because they know what it's like to be in a relationship where they don't actually like their partner.
Exactly.
Because they've probably been the ones where, let's say they were tired, but they can't stand to be at the house with her after working for so many years. That what do? They go back to work.
Yeah. So some people are together just because they have no better other options.
Convenience
or they
complacency.
They get complacent in each other's relationship, and that's really why they're together. And that's what some relationships are. There's very few relationships where they just really enjoy being with each other. So it's hard to think of the end game when you're having trouble just getting the girl.
Right.
But eventually, for long term, you need to do that. That's why I tell guys, do not settle until you have experienced a lot of relationships so you know what to calibrate for. You know what to look for. Because some guys settle just on looks, and then they realize, man, she's not useful. She doesn't even cook. She doesn't clean. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. And I don't even like her as a person. But she had a nice ass.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And then they get her knocked up sometimes. So
yeah,
then
exactly.
it's like, well, shit, now I'm really stuck with her.
That's why you should have many relationships, and then you should look for that quality in those departments, because for the long run, it's a totally different game. And you can't be out of your rookie year and just be the MVP.
Right.
In relationships, you have to put a lot of reps in. You have to put a lot of practice. So how do guys get good by the time they're 40 or even 50? They get really good at it, and they have to keep up in their game. They have to keep escalating. So in order to have those lens to see that far in the future, you have to have experiences, or you have to trust somebody.
Right. You have to either create those situations to where you can learn from them, or you have to be wise enough to learn from somebody else.
Yeah, for somebody else. And even then, it's going to be hard to identify it because you don't have firsthand experience.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. Mark Manson was a pickup artist and stuff like that, and he went through the phases. If you read his book, Models, he went through the phases where he started seeing what's important. What comes to surface after you get the things, and so you start getting things out of the way, your vision starts getting clearer to see what's important.
Right, because a lot of times, like, getting the girl, once a man learns how to do that, then being able to help, like, maintain and attract the relationship. A lot of times that's where these pickup artists tend to struggle. It's because they only learn the first part of the game. They don't look into the future to see anything else. If they are looking for quality relationships.
Yeah.
Because if they're just looking for their, their fun, then yeah, that works great. But that works great too. But then if you want to have a quality relationship and you actually do like the person that you're dating, the girl, then you probably want to know how to maintain the relationship.
Yeah, so pickup artists, basically, they have designed it where they go eat a meal and they eat dessert. But they don't know what to do to get the meat and the veggies.
Yeah.
The things that actually give nutrients to your body.
Yeah.
They just go over there and eat the dessert and be like, okay, it's good. And like, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
Where's the rest of the skills to get the rest of the meal?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, that's what we think. What do you guys think? Put in your comments, subscribe, like, share, all those good things.
Thank you.